This is the second part of a Level 1 Functional Skills Maths paper from Open Awards. In this part, you can use a calculator. Task 2, question 8. A bag contains 6 red balls, 6 yellow balls and 6 blue balls. Express as a fraction the probability of picking out a blue ball. Show your calculations and or workings out here. So as we've got the same number of red balls, yellow balls and blue balls, the probability of picking one of the colours is 1/3. So it's an equal probability of picking any of the 3 colours. But also, if you want to go through the long way, we're focusing on the blue balls, and it's 6 of them out of 18 in total, 6 and 6 and 6. This is also the same as 1/3 if you divide both numbers by 6. So I'll write the answer as 1/3, but even 6/18 will be fine, as the question doesn't specifically ask you to simplify the fraction. Convert 5/8 to percentage. Show your calculations and the workings out here. So we've got 5/8. As you know, this fraction line means division. So this means 5 divided by 8. So if you use a calculator, that gives you 0.625. So that's as a decimal. We need to convert this into a percentage. The shortcut is to multiply by 100. So 0.625 multiplied by 100. But I always say, think of this as if it was money. So you're looking for the pennies. So that would give you 62.5 pence, or 62.5% in this case. Pence, percent, they both begin with P. So 62.5% is the answer. Calculate 2.5 divided by 0.375. Give your answer to 2 decimal places. Show your calculations and the workings out here. So you can do this using a calculator. 2.5 divided by 0.375, and it gives you 6.666, so on. So the 6 is recurring. We've got to give our answer to 2 decimal places. So we're looking for 1, 2. This will be the cutoff point. To determine that, we'll look at the digit next to that line on the right, and that is 6. So if it's a 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, we round up. So this becomes a 7. The digits we have before that, they will remain the same, and we don't add any digit after the number we rounded up or down. So this is 6.67. Jared owns a bakery. He receives an order for party cakes to serve 72 people. He has this list of ingredients. Party cake ingredients: serves 12 people, 400 grams flour, 400 grams butter, 375 grams sugar, 6 eggs. Jared has 2 3/4 kilograms of flour. How much flour will Jared have left over if he bakes enough cakes for everyone at the party? Give the units in your answer. Show your calculations and the workings out here. So the order is for 72 people. The recipe is for 12 people. So we're going to get from 12 to 72 people. So how many times larger does the recipe need to be? So what we'll do is 72 divided by 12, and that gives us 6. So it's 6 times larger. So we need to multiply the ingredients by 6 as well. We're focusing on the flour only, so that is 400 grams of flour. So we're going to need to multiply that by 6. So 6 times 400 gives us 2,400 grams. So 2,400 grams of flour are needed. How much does he have? He has 2 3/4. Okay, 2 3/4 kilograms. In 1 kilogram, there are 1,000 grams. So K in everyday life, we mean 1,000 by K. So same here, kg means 1,000 grams. So 2 kilograms will be 2,000 grams. 3/4 of a kilogram. Let's have a look. So if this whole thing is 1 kilogram or 1,000 grams, then half will be 500, half of that will be 250. So all of these quarters add up to 1,000 grams, which is 1 kilogram. Now we're looking for 3/4. So 3 out of the 4. So 250 and 250 and 250, which gives us 750 grams. So 2 3/4 will be 2,000 and the 750. So 2,750 grams. 2 3/4. How much is needed? 2,400. So 2,750. Take away the 2,400. We can work out the difference. So 5 take away 0 is 5. 7 take away 4 is 3. 2 take away 2 is 0. So question was, how much flour will Jared have left over? And that is 350 grams. Jared wants to bake 6 loaves of bread. A loaf of bread takes 7 minutes to prepare. Jared will bake all the loaves at the same time. The loaves will take 45 minutes to bake. He allows 10 minutes for them to cool down. What is the latest time that Jared should start preparing his first loaf of bread so that all the loaves are cooled by 6:15 a.m.? Show your calculations and the workings out here. So he's going to bake 6 loaves of bread, and it takes each and every one of them 7 minutes to prepare. So 6 times 7, that gives us 42 minutes to prepare them. As he will bake them, all of them at the same time, it will take 45 minutes to bake. And then he allows 10 minutes for them to cool down. So in total, this takes 2 and 5, which is 7. 4 and 4 is 8, and the 1, 9. So 97 minutes. Starting with 6 15 AM, which is the end time. We can go back 15 minutes to 6 AM. So I'm going to take away from the 97 minutes, I'm going to take away 15 now to see how many more I need to take away. 7 take away 5 gives me 2. 9 take away 1 gives me 8. So I have 82 more minutes to take away. If I take away 60 minutes, which is 1 hour, I'll go to 5 AM. So 82 now, take away 60, leaves me with 22 minutes. So 22 minutes. Knowing that in 1 hour there are 60 minutes, so 60 take away 22, because I can't take away 1 hour now, I need to take away less. So I need to take away 2 from the 0, which means I've got to borrow 1. So the 6 becomes a 5, and the 0 becomes 10. 10 take away 2 gives me 8. 5 take away 2 gives me 3. So if I go back by 22 minutes, it will be 4:38 AM. Jared needs to buy decorations for a celebration cake. He sees this price list at his local trade store. Candles 13p each, icing £1.40 per packet, sugar alphabet letters 56p each, 20% discount if you use your trade card. Jared will use his trade card to buy the decorations. He buys 20 candles, 2 packs of icing and 15 letters to make the word congratulations. How much money will Jared spend on the decorations using his trade card? Show your calculations and the workings out here. So he buys 20 candles. Cost per candle is 13p. So we're going to multiply that by 13, which is 260p. And then 2 packs of icing, so that is £1.40 per packet. So 2 times £1.40 gives us £2.80. And then 15 letters, that's 56p each. So 15 times 56 gives us 840 pence. So we've got pence and pounds. We've got to convert them so that they match. So 260 pence, that is £2.60. Then we have £2.80 for the icing, and 840 pence, that is £8.40. So 0, 6 and 4 is 10, and the 8 is 18. So 8 down and 1 is carried over. 8 and 2 is 10, and the 2 12, and the 1 13. So £13.80 so far. But he gets a 20% discount when he uses a trade card. So we're going to have to work out 20%. 20% is, as the name suggests, 20 out of 100. So we're gonna do 20 divided by 100 times 13.8, which is 2.76. So if we take that away from the £13.80, we get 10 take away 6 is 4, 7 take away 7 is 0, 3 take away 2 is 1, 1 take away 0 is 1, so £11.04. Use approximation to check the amount of the trade discount. Show your calculations and the workings out here. So £13.80 was the full price before the discount. So we can round that to £14. So 20% of 14, again 20 divided by 100 times 14 gives us 2.8, which is £2.80. So comparing that with the £2.76 that we have here, that is very close to that. Task 3. Write 190,493 in numbers. Write your answer in this box. So let's just break this down using the comma to help us separate. So first 190,000, so 190. So we know we're going to have 3 digits after this. So we move on. 493. So 493. We could have a comma here as well, or we could leave it out. Both of them are fine. The table below shows interest rates from 5 different banks. Which bank offers the highest interest rate? Write your answer in this box. So, we've got Bank A with 4.72%, Bank B with 4.07%, Bank C with 4.726%, Bank D with 4.672%, Bank E with 4.76%. So, they all begin with 4. So they are between 4 and 5%. For that reason, we need to focus now on the first digit after the decimal point, because the one before that is exactly the same for all 5 of them. So looking at that, we've got 7, we've got 0, we've got 7, 6, 7. So the highest of them all will be the ones with the 7s. So we need to focus on Bank A, Bank C, and Bank E. We can ignore Bank B and D because they've got lower interest rates. Now, within A, C, and E, they've got the first digit after the decimal point being the same, so we now need to look at the second digit after the decimal point. So this is a 2. This is a 2, which is the same, and this is a 6. So 6 is higher than 2. That means that automatically now Bank E has the highest interest rate. So we're going to say Bank E. The table below shows the scores of 16 students in an exam. Complete the table below to show frequency. So we've got a number of marks from 0 to 9. How many of them have we got like that, from 0 to 9? So looking at these, we haven't got any of them. So we're going to write 0. From 10 to 19, there we have 1, 2. 20 to 29, got 1, 2, 3, 4. 30 to 39, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 40 to 49, got 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many of them are there in total? We've got 6 and 4, which makes 10, 14, 16. Let's have a look. Are there 16 numbers in here, 16 scores? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that tells us that we must have filled in the frequency table correctly. Ryan is a member of a five-a-side football team. The table below shows the goal difference for Ryan's team over the last 4 football matches. Goal difference is the number of goals for minus the number of goals against. Complete the table below to show the missing values. Let's use this number line to help us with that. So here we have 0, 1, 2, 3, and -1, -2, -3. So goals for minus the number of goals against. So for match 1, if we start with 2, to get to -1, we take away 1, 2, 3. So number of goals against must be 3, because 2 take away 3 gives us -1 or -1. For match 2, we arriving at 0, we know that, and we've taken away 3. So if we do the opposite, it will take us to 3. So 3 take away 3 gives us 0. For match 3, we're starting with 1 and we're going to -3. So how many steps have we gone down? 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. With match 4, we're starting at 1, we're going down 3 steps, so 1, 2, 3, so -2 is the answer. Now for the totals, we've got 2 and 3, which is 5, 6, 7. Goals against, we've got 3 and 3, which is 6, and 4, 10, and the 3, 13. Now goal difference, so we've got -1, 0, -3. So from -1, if you drop in 3, you're going to go up to -4, and then if you drop another 2, you're going to go to -6. Ryan's team are playing a match on Saturday. The table below shows the predicted chance of rainfall on a scale of 0 to 1 from Monday to Saturday. Ryan thinks it's unlikely to rain on Saturday. Is Ryan correct? Explain why you think this. Write your answer in this box. So if I show quickly on a number line, that be 0, which is impossible. And then we have 1 here, so 100%, and that would be certain that it happens. And then even chance in the middle, unlikely, and then we have likely. So this is be 0.5, 0.25, 0.75, so roughly about. If you look at Saturday, that is 0.88, so around here. So it is likely, not unlikely. So is Ryan correct? We're going to say no, because there is a high chance of raining on Saturday. 0.88. So likely, not unlikely. The players in Ryan's team warm up before the charity match by running at least 1 kilometer around the edge of the pitch. How many full laps of the pitch would they need to run? Show your calculations and the workings out here. So looking at the pitch, we've got 38 meters here, and this is going to be 38 meters as well. And we've got 18 meters, and this is going to be 18 meters as well. So adding them all together, 38 and 38 and 18 and 18, which is 108 meters. They need to run at least 1 kilometer. 1 kilometer is 1000 meters, km, 1000 meters. So if I divide 1000 by 108, it should give me how many laps are needed. That is 9.25925 and so on. So we're gonna say 10 laps because 9 won't be enough. But equally, we're not going to say part of a lap. So 10 laps. You could just say 10 without the laps as well, and it won't make a difference. Ryan's team sold 380 tickets for the charity football match. 35% of the tickets sold were for children and 20% of the tickets sold for senior citizens. The rest of the tickets were sold at full price for adults. Ryan thinks that 176 tickets were sold at full price for adults. Is Ryan correct? Show your calculations and the workings out here. So 35% of the tickets for children and 20% for senior citizens. That is 55% of the tickets. Now the rest, that will be 100, take away 55%, that gives us 45%. What is 45% of 380? So 45%, that is 45 out of 100 of 380. That gives us 171 tickets. So, is Ryan correct? We're going to say no. Ryan has collected £3,697.40 from the 380 ticket sales. The football club will donate £2.94 from each ticket to charity. How much money will be left after the donation? Show your calculations and the workings out here. So 380 tickets and £2.94 for each of those. So times 2.94 gives us 1,117.2. So if we take that away from the 3,697.4, that will give us how much there is left. So that gives us 2,0,852. So £2,580.20. Task 4. The table below shows sales of laptops over a 6-month period. Draw a bar chart to show the sales of laptops over the 6-month period. So we've got the months from January to June, which we're going to represent horizontally. So it's the months, and vertically we're going to represent number of laptops sold, which go up to 172. That's the highest. So number of laptops sold, and we'll start with 0. Let's see, can we go up in 20? So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 40, 60, 80. That should work. So I'm gonna put the numbers in. Okay, so let's start plotting. January goes up to 28. So there we have 20. This will be 30. So right here will be 28. So each small square is worth 2. So going down and across. Let's have a look at February. Goes to 144, quite a jump. So there is 140, 144 will be here. Again, make sure you use a ruler when you do this on paper. So these are straight lines. For March, we've got 82. So here is 80. 82 will be just one small square above. April, that is 126. So here is 120, 22, 24, 26. So we go across like this. May, 94. So 90, 92, 94. And then June, 172. So we have 170 here, 172, be one small square above that. Davinder makes jewelry that she sells to local markets. She wants to buy some small boxes with lids, like the picture below, to put necklaces in. She receives a selection of boxes to choose from. The net diagram of each box is shown below. So we've got net A and net B, net C and net D. Which net diagram best represents the box shown in the picture? Explain the reason for your choice of net in the box below. Okay, so having a look at the box again. So it is not very high. It's long. So B wouldn't be the right one because it looks more like a cube. A does look like the right one. Let's compare it to C and D. So C doesn't have a lid and D is too large. So we're going to go for A. So I'm going to say net A. So net A, as it is the right size and has a lid. Davinder has received an order for 100 bracelets. She packages each bracelet into a box 10 centimeters by 8 centimeters by 3 centimeters. Davinder will put the 100 boxes of bracelets into larger boxes for postage and delivery. She has the choice of box A or box B with measurements as shown below. She will only use one size of box. Box A costs 70 pence each and box B costs £1.80 each. She wants to spend as little as possible, so we've got box A and box B. Should Davinder choose box A or box B? Show your calculations and her workings out in the box at the top of the next page. So looking again, the small box measures 10 centimeters by 8 by 3. So 10 being the length, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 5 of them will be able to fit along the length, and 8, that means just 1, 3 going up, so so that's 3 centimeters each. So you can imagine 4 rows. So that's how many boxes we'll be able to fit in here. So in each row fit 5 boxes. There are 4 rows, so 5 times 4 gives us 20. So 20 small boxes fit into box A. So 20 of the small boxes will fit into box A, and she's got 100 boxes. So how many big boxes does she need? So if you do 100 divided by 20, it gives us 5. So she will need 5 big boxes. 5 boxes A. So the cost of one is 70 pence. So if we do 5 times 0.70, it gives us £3.50. Now let's look at box B. Again, the dimensions of the small box are 10 centimeters by 8 centimeters by 3 centimeters. So 10, we can fit here 5, because 5 lots of 10 makes 50. And then we've got the width being 8 centimeters, so we can fit 2 of them here, because 8 and 8 is 16. So we can imagine this going across like this, and that the height was 3 centimeters, so that means we can fit 5 of them here. So we have 5 rows. So I'm gonna continue to draw the lines to help us visualize this. So as you can see, there will be 10 in each row, and there are 5 rows, so that is 50 in total. 10 times 5 equals 50. So 50 small boxes fit into box B. And again, she has 100 small boxes, so 100 divided by 50 gives us 2. So she only needs 2 of box B. The cost of one of them is £1.80, so 2 times £1.80 gives us £3.60. So to answer the question, should Davinder choose box A or box B, I'm going to say box A because it's cheaper. So I'm going to write it here, box A, because it's cheaper. Also, to clarify, you need to do the calculations here, but because I didn't want to switch between the pages and make it difficult to show you the working out, I decided to write them here. So make sure you do them in the box. Davinder wants to know what her best-selling item of jewellery is and which jewellery item sold the most consistently over the 6-month period from July to December. She has this information. So we've got jewellery item, mean of items sold per month, range of items sold per month. The table below shows the sales of bracelets over the 6-month period. So we've got months and number of bracelets sold. Which is the best-selling jewellery item over the 6-month period? Show your calculations and our workings out here. So in the first table, we've got the mean of items sold per month for necklaces, rings and earrings, but we haven't got it for bracelets. We've got to work it out based on the table that we have here, the other table. And we also need to work out the range. So let's start with the mean. To work out the mean, we need to add the numbers together and divide by how many there are. So we've got 23, we're going to add 22, 38, 28, 44 and 97, which is 252. We're going to divide 252 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 252 divided by 6 gives us 42. So 42 is the mean. To work out the range, we're going to look at what's the highest number, and that is 97. What's the lowest one? That is 22. So 97 take away 22 gives us 75. So to answer the question, which is the best-selling jewellery item over the 6-month period, looking at the mean, so on average, it was the necklaces that did better, because we've got an average of 47, and that's higher than the rest of the items. So we're going to say necklaces. And then part B, which jewellery item sold the most consistently over the 6-month period? Show your calculations and our workings out here. So if you recall, we also worked out the range for bracelets. We already have it for necklaces, rings and earrings. So which number is the lowest here? It's going to show more consistency. So we've got 62 being the lowest, and that's rings. We've already shown the working out, so we don't need to repeat it. Davinder makes a profit of £1,592 from jewellery sales. She wants to use a third of the profit to buy more stock and pay the remainder into a savings account. How much money will Davinder pay into the savings account? Show your calculations and the workings out here. So I'm going to split this into 3 parts. The total is £1,592. So 1/3, it will go towards buying more stock, and the remainder into a savings account. So this and this will go into a savings account. So that is 2/3. So what we're going to do is divide 1,592 by 3 and then multiply that by 2. So this gives us 530.666, so 6 is recurring. So if we multiply that by 2, so just keep it in the calculator as it is and multiplied by 2, and that gives us 1061.333 and so on. So we're talking about money here, so we're going to need to round the answer to 2 decimal places. So looking at the 3 means we're going to round down, so we're going to keep this as a 3. So £1,061.33. And this is the end of the paper.